Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We're Phoenix Curations. I'm Renee and I'm here with
Will.
And we are resellers online. We're going to talk today about what's sold. And everyone wants to know what's selling because we don't know week to week. It's different every week with the current situation out there. We have a shelter in place order, which is just about to be lifted. There's some talk of it. So our sales have been good. They are not the same kind of sales, but we're getting a lot of inventory cleared out that is inventory we want to move along. So without any further delay, let's get into it.
So this week we had a lot of lower price sales.
Yes.
People are staying at home and they're not wanting to spend a lot of money, and we sold 52 things,
something like that.
Yeah, so that's pretty good for us. First up, this is actually our 1,000th sale. We actually covered this in our last video, but it sold on Saturday, which we're kind of doing a Saturday thing. This came from Marshall's.
Marshalls.
So it's a Levi's Bowling Trucker jacket. It was a collab with who?
Free People.
Yeah, Free People. Actually, you found this. So
I did. I think it was someone returned this to Marshalls, and it didn't really come from Marshalls. And I just happened to see all that fringe, and I knew it was special, and they had it marked $29.99. So I took it. I searched the entire store looking for another one. Of course, there was not one. In celebration of our 1,000th sale, it was new with tags. We sold it for a little less than we wanted to, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's great. We were happy to get this 1,000th sale.
Yeah, we're still celebrating. All right, so then this is a new with tags, Lane Bryant, kind of a sexy halter top, and this came from the bins, and it even has extra beads with it, and we haven't really had it for a long time. I had a bin with a whole bunch of great plus size stuff, and I think that this is one of the last pieces from it. So I don't know what this would weigh, a few ounces. We pay $1.25 a pound.
Yeah, we do. Catalina one piece, full coverage swimsuit. This came from the bins. It's a 2XL, so it's plus size. So for $10, we're happy with that.
Yeah, this comes from Walmart, and if it hadn't been a plus size, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. And it also was in really, really great condition. So at Walmart, it's probably going to be $20-30 because Catalina, they're nice suits. They're just, an inexpensive brand. So then we have some Levi's 502 Rigid Envy denim jeans, size 34-34, and these also came from the bins. They look new. Were they new?
No, but the style of denim, I guess the rigid denim makes it look like that. They were very lightly worn.
Okay, and those sold for $14, and denim is 50 cents a pound, so that probably cost 50 cents.
Yeah.
So this is a Banana Republic mini duffel tassel purse, and it is actually a pretty good sized purse. We got that in our thread up purse box. We've almost sold through all of those purses, and with just 3 of them, I think we more than made our money back. And we have a new box coming on Tuesday, so that means we're going to have a thread up unboxing of the purses. They were on sale for just a couple of hours, and I managed to get one.
That's awesome.
So I was just trying to eliminate the rest from that. Banana Republic's not the most popular purse, but it was a very nice leather bag in good condition. It had a few marks on it. So it sold for $22, and I think the average of those was $6 per purse that we paid.
Yeah. Tommy Bahama textured silk shirt. This came from the bins. We have a few Tommy Bahama things in our closet, and they don't move terribly fast, but we have sold a few of them. So they're a good quality shirt, good Florida style attitude, and we're glad to get this going.
Yeah, so I got like 5 of those silk shirts all right together from the bins, and they had all been to the dry cleaner, so they were still wrapped in plastic. Crazy.
That's great.
So we're happy to sell those for $20 to $25, and I think now that it's getting warm, people will buy them. Yeah. Next is an Abercrombie and Fitch full zip hoodie, size small men's, And this also came from the bins. Abercrombie and Fitch is really a pretty good quality product, and I think they're just not really that trendy right now. I think Hollister is the cheaper line from them, and I'm pretty sure Hollister is not the brand that it was, at least when my kids were young. So that sold for $15. We can't argue with that. We'll take it every time.
Lauren Jeans Company denim skirt. Is this Ralph Lauren, or is this?
Yeah, well, Lauren Jeans Company is along the lines of Lauren Ralph Lauren. It was around for a short time.
I get confused with all of the. They have so many different lines. Their jeans line went out in the 90s, I think.
Right.
Anyway, so it was in pretty good condition. It came from the bins. $11, not bad.
Yeah, it was a Petite. Petite doesn't sell as well. It was made in Hong Kong, so it probably was vintage.
Late 80s or 90s.
Yeah, probably so. But it was a really nice quality, and it was very lightly worn. So this is an Alfani women's watercolor citron mixed blouse, so that's just the style name. And this came from our plus size unboxing from B&G, if you saw that. And I did get a question, are these items selling? And the answer is yes, they are. We've sold quite a few of them. I'd have to count them up, but they are selling, and they're selling for a decent amount of money. So I'm pretty sure we're close to getting our money back at this point. Maybe a little bit less. But we still have a lot of items to sell, and I feel like they were good items. You know, you're not going to get the profit margin you do from the bins. But this sold for $20, and at $7.50 a piece, we're happy with that.
This is Zara Man striped button-up shirt. This came from the bins.
Actually, came from Goodwill, 40% off.
So Goodwill, 40% off. We put it at probably what $2.50 for the shirt, and then we got $18 for it. We're not going to make another sale.
Yeah, and this is, I think I got this after the bins closed, but Goodwill was still open or something like that. Anyway, I hate getting trapped in Goodwill because I always leave with stuff and then it's not as good.
It's hard not to.
So this sale has a story. This is a Honeydew Demi bra, pink black lace, and I sold this to a young lady, and I accidentally sent it to someone else last week. I sold a Victoria's Secret Merry Widow, and the top of the Merry Widow looks exactly like this, and I should have taken it out of the bag, and I didn't. And I notified both people, and this buyer was not mad at all, and the other buyer never responded, and she never sent it back. She never rated us, so she kept it. So, I don't know. The other buyer, we have offered her some compensation, discount in our closet if she finds something else. She's totally understanding and super sweet, and we're happy with that. So it was a sale, but we gave her money back.
A pair of Koi white Lindsey scrub pants. These were new in plastic from the bins. Scrubs don't always go for a whole lot unless they're brand new, so we don't usually get too many. We found a lot of them. They're petite size.
Yeah, Koi is actually a brand that will sell $15 to $18 depending. So we do get those when we see them at the bins. Oh
well.
We lost a sale there.
That was a coral colored
J. Jill.
No shoulder, J. Jill shirt.
Right, and it came from the bin. Someone threw back all their plus size J. Jill linen stuff, and I picked it all up because we can sell it for, between $15 and $20 usually, and that was the only thing left out of that group, so it went for $11. I'm glad you caught that.
I guess this is a large blue. There's just supposed to be a space in there.
There was.
Hobo bag from Coldwater Creek. Where's Coldwater Creek? Isn't that a department store brand?
I think actually they have their own stores, but I thought it was a department store brand at first too.
So it went for $20.
Yeah, there is a mark on it. It came from ThredUp. I tried to clean it, and you can see that it's really light right here, and I had a hard time showing it. But I did disclose it. I did describe it, and we did discount it quite a bit because it's a very large leather bag. And that also came from the ThredUp box. So this is part of the clearing those out. So we paid $7.50. We got 20 or 6. I think 6 on those.
This is a green. It almost looks yellow, but it's a green gold tones sunburst statement necklace. This came from a ThreadUp box.
Yeah, it came from a ThreadUp DIY jewelry box, and most of it's supposed to be broken, but most of it wasn't broken. This was new with tags, and we more than made our money back just selling it locally to the consignment stores. So I kept a few nicer pieces, and this was one of those. So it was really free inventory.
That's great.
So this is a silk Sundance dress. This came from the very last thrift store that was open. So I think we paid between $7 and $9 for this. It sold for $30, and we are happy with that.
This is a pair of Levi's 512, which I'm not sure if they make the 512s anymore or not. Anyway, it's a slim fit tapered jeans. These came from the bins, and we pay 50 cents a pound. Jeans are they're usually around a pound, just under a pound. So 50 cents for these is pretty darn good.
Yeah, excellent. So this is a Miller outerwear vintage down puffer jacket, and you got this.
It came from the bins. There's one bins that we go to that has a lot of vintage jackets there. I couldn't find any information about Miller outerwear really. I think they're a smaller brand from the 70s or 80s. It was in really, really good condition. I hope this lady's happy with the jacket.
Yeah, it looks like an old style maybe ski jacket. And I grew up around a ski resort, a little tiny one, and that looks like something we would have worn. And I'm sure it was real down. Was it real down?
Yes, it was a real down jacket.
Awesome. I think down really sells almost any brand if it's any kind of quality. So these are Lewin Gray for loft, soft black crop leggings in a size large. They pretty much were new without tags. You can see that they're from 9/2019, so they were just a few months old. Probably somebody bought them, wore them once, didn't like them. And, there's nothing like just pulling something out of the bins and selling it for $12 within a month. So we'll take it.
A pair of Athleta board shorts in berry with white trim. These came from the bins, right?
No, actually, when I first started watching reseller content, everyone thought Athleta was the brand of the century. So I bought them because of that at Goodwill. So they probably cost $4.
This is probably one of our Depop
somewhere around there. It was just before, just after Depop. If you're new to this, we did try Depop and we failed.
Yeah, it wasn't
we just failed, and their algorithm was strange, and we couldn't figure it out. There was one week that they changed it, and we sold like 10 things, and then we didn't sell anything. So we just cut our losses finally and got out of there. So this is an NBA Finals vintage 1990 hat, and it's a Velcro adjustable. And you got a whole pile of these, I think, from
one of our local thrift stores. They were $1 a piece.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I don't love selling hats. I hate packaging them, and I don't know why, but I don't like it. So we'll send all the hats to your house. So this is a Victoria's Secret black push-up bra, size 34C. This is a current style. It is still available on their website. It was barely used, and if you look here, this is the kind that is back flattening, and it doesn't leave any marks or lines or rolls on your back, and people like that. And so another reseller actually gave this to me. She knew I sold on Poshmark, and she didn't sell on Poshmark, and she doesn't like to sell anything that sells for $15 or less. So she said, "Do you want that?" And I said, "I sure do."
Lululemon black fitted full zip jacket. It's like a sweat jacket. This came from the bins. This is probably the first Lululemon piece that I found. I didn't really know what it was, and I think I actually sent you a text from Goodwill going, "What is this?"
Yes, I remember. So it's actually Lululemon.
Okay.
We keep saying that. So Will did send me a text of this picture, and he said, "I know you told me, but what is this?" And I'm like, "This is something to get that." So it did have some wear on it, so we sold it a little less, and hopefully the lady's happy with it. So as we talked about in our last video, which almost no one watched, but if you watched it, then you'll know we decided to start selling kids' clothes with the shelter in place because kids continue to grow. We used to take our kids' clothes to consignment, but we went ahead and listed them in lots to try and help people out so that they have a place to go and get kids' clothes. So this was a Daddy's Baby Girl bundle, and most of it said something about Daddy's Girl on it, and we sold it for $12. They were not the highest quality things, so I did throw in a bunch of extra stuff in there just because I had some random things I didn't know how to market. So she got a deal.
Buckwear Bow Predator baseball cap. Where did this come from?
I don't know. This was way back when we were in Depop, so I probably didn't pay more than $2 for it, wherever it came from.
A thrift store at that point.
Probably.
So I don't mind hats. I usually pack them in one of the little square boxes from the post office. I think it's like a 6x6 or 7x7 box. It usually works pretty well for me. So I don't mind the hats. I know Renee doesn't like them. But
I don't know why. I need to get over it. So anyway, this was a really cool hat. It had all kinds of distressing on it, and for a bow hunter, I think it was a great hat, and it really did sell for $20 is a good price for a hat, a used hat. So these were some vintage 90s overalls. They were embroidered all down the bottom and in the front. They were Agapo, which was a 90s brand, and they sold for $25. Came from the bins at 50 cents a pound.
Nordstrom lingerie, cream silk chemise. This came from Goodwill.
Goodwill, $1.99.
So, not bad.
No.
It's not vintage, is it?
It may or may not be. I didn't list it as vintage because I didn't know. Oh, okay. Spring 2004. And it did have some marks on it. Very, very light marks. I don't know if you can see in the photograph, but I did note it. That they were just kind of almost like splatter marks all over it. But they were tiny, and really you couldn't see them unless you got close up with photography lights, which most people won't be doing at home. This is a La Sport Sac Mini Crossbody Army Green bag, and this also came in our ThredUp purse box, and we just wanted to move it along, so it cost us $6. We got $10 for it. When you figured the $3 for ThredUp, we made about $1. But we're moving it along.
We made our money from that box back.
Absolutely.
So we're okay with that.
Absolutely, and it's a tiny bag.
Black Levi's Premium Denim 711 skinny jeans. These came from Goodwill.
No, they came from the ThredUp DIY denim.
Oh, that's right, ThredUp box. So these were probably $6 or $7 in that box. $23. Levi's were doing pretty good.
Yeah, we'll take it. So this was a Hallmark 50 Years of Motown celebration mug, and it says My Guy on it. There is a mug out there that says My Girl that's just like it. I didn't have both. I got it from Goodwill, 2 for 99 cents, and it really was a high-quality mug in perfect condition, so I'm happy to give it a new home, and it sold in a bundle with the jeans, I think.
Okay. These are a pair of Crocs. They were new with tags. Or they were just new.
Yeah, they were just new.
Condition. $16. This could have gone for a little bit more, maybe, but we like Crocs. We sell quite a few of them. So again, we consider this bread and butter.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime we can save a Croc from the landfill, we're happy to pass it on. So this is an Affliction shirt. This comes from Buckle, I think, is the only one that sells Affliction that I know. And this got so many likes. I think you can see there that it got like 26 likes, and it just would not go. And now it's sold, and you're looking for the shirt.
Yeah, this came from the bins.
Oh, yeah, it did. So it probably weighed nothing, pretty much. This is a Torrid gray stripe open front cardigan, size 4, and I like to sell Torrid, and this came again from that time that I got so many nice plus size clothes from the bins, and I think that the last 3 pieces have sold this week, so this is one of those.
This is a Godex vintage 80s high cut strapless Bathing suit. This came from the bins. I found a few vintage bathing suits all together at one point, and
$18 is good.
yeah, $18 is good. It was a good condition.
Yeah, I think that high cut, French cut, where they come high on the waist, I think that's really popular right now. So this is another one of those J. Jill linen pieces that I found at the bins that someone had thrown back. And so we got $15 for it, and I'm happy with that.
Madewell gathered sweater tank. This came from the bins also.
Yes.
And $18. Yes.
So this was Urban Outfitters Urban Renewal Striped Shorts Large. And we talked about this in our last video, that Urban Renewal is put out by Urban Outfitters. It is made from vintage fabric, I think from the 80s. And usually they don't have a size in it, but these did have a size, which was interesting. And they sold pretty quickly. I still have some plaid pants that haven't sold. We got these at the last open thrift store for $3, $2.95, I think.
A Bali brand black cream lace trim bra. These came from the bins or from Goodwill?
Probably, if they came from Goodwill, they were $1.99.
In the bins, they were cheaper than that.
Yeah.
So, actually, bras have done pretty well for us. So we like to see these.
Yeah, and when you ship them, I just put them like they're in a bag, and I just tape them to a piece of cardboard so the underwires don't get bent, and they just go in a poly mailer and sometimes some bubble wrap, and they're off on their way. And we've never had a problem with a bra getting bent up in the mail. These are some silver jeans, Tina boot cut, light wash, low rise, and you got these from the bins, 50 cents a pound.
Came from the bins, yes.
Awesome.
A quality do-it-yourself upholstery kit. This came from a thrift store. I might have paid $3 or $4 for it a long time ago, and so just put it up for sale on Poshmark, and it went for $10. Surprise.
Yeah, we probably could have gotten more doing it on eBay, but right now we're just on a single platform, and the lady was super happy. And this was the last plus size piece from that haul. It is a logo, I think it's Lori Goldstein, striped Lagan look dress in 3X, and it has this little sheer panel at the bottom here, which was kind of cute. I have a terrible time showing plus size clothing and making them look good, so we are working on that. But sold for $18, and we're happy.
Ron John tank top. This probably came from the bins, so it was only a couple dollars. We're not selling T-shirts terribly well, so to have it go for $6, that's a good sale for us.
Yeah, and it was kid size, but at $1.25 a pound, how much is a tank top? And again, part of us getting back into the kids stuff was just to give people a way to shop for their growing kids during this time. These are some Tommy Hilfiger Relaxed Fit 2001 jeans, 31 by 30. And during the Depop era, we bought so much Tommy Hilfiger, and so we're selling it off as we can. So 50 cents a pound, and we sold them for $12, and we're happy with that. And they're from 2001.
This is a DVD. Came from a garage sale, I think.
Yes.
So it was probably under $1. People are watching a lot of DVDs at home now, so it sold, and $7. That's great.
I actually don't think you're supposed to sell DVDs on Poshmark, but I checked and people do.
Yeah.
So I just didn't put DVD in the title line, and I figure if they have a problem, they'll let us know.
Yeah.
But I just had a few. I got them for 50 cents a piece. It's the whole season, so that'll give some sci-fi fan some entertainment.
A Gymboree red bow belted trench coat for a little girl. This is size 12. Gymboree is not always the highest quality stuff, but sometimes it's kind of a little bit fashionable for kids. And
Sold for $10.
Yeah, $10.
This is another one of those lots, baby girl spring lot, 6 to 9 months. There were 16 pieces in this lot, and after I photographed it, this happened to me several times, I realized that there was a stain on this pair of shorts. So rather than rephotograph, I simply take a picture of it, adjust the price, and let people know. So this was quite a bit of clothing for the price that I asked. I think I asked 20 and I sold it for 16. These clothes are a combination from the bins and my granddaughter.
A little Hollister. Um, it's not shown in the photo. It's probably supposed to hang off of one shoulder. It's a Hollister sweatshirt, very lightweight. This came from the bins.
Yeah, the graphics kind of retro cool. I kind of liked it, but it got a ton of likes, and finally we just offered $7 on Make a Deal Day and moved it along.
Yep.
So this is another one of those thread up purses that we had left. It does have a spot on it right here, as you can see, and I do think that's what prevented it from being sold for more money. But I want to clear out those purses. They take up a lot of room because we have 25 more bags coming in the door. So that sold for $15, and I'm happy with that.
A pair of Real Legends board shorts. Now summer's here. People looking to get outside a little bit. Real Legends isn't super highly desirable brand, but the clothing isn't terrible. It's I don't know where they're primarily sold.
I think Belk.
We see a lot of T-shirts and things like that from this company. So $7 from the bins. That's not bad.
Yeah, so that's my trying to learn outdoor brands. Sometimes when you're at the bins, you're hurrying and things get on the bottom, and I didn't look them up, and so now I know what Real Legends are.
Yeah.
But some of those outdoor brands are really good, and some of them are just not. And so, you live and learn in this business.
That's right. This came from a men's box. It's a Kevin Harvick T-shirt. This came from, like I said, the men's box from ThreadUp, right?
Yeah, it's like $3.
Yeah. So like I said, we don't do terribly well with T-shirts. So $5. That's barely making any profit at all.
Yeah, we probably actually didn't, but we more than made our money back on that first men's box. And we just have a couple of items left, and I would rather just sell them for whatever we can, and rather than donate them. So some young man offered me the $5, and there was no shipping discount, so it wasn't a total loss. So this is the last item of the week. We have had sales this morning, but we'll cover those next time. This is a Banana Republic leather silk leopard print belt, and I pulled this out of the bins thinking it was absolutely nothing, and it is real leather, and the little silk scarf parts are silk, so it actually ended up being a little something. And when that lady gets that, I think she will really appreciate it because it's a nice thing. Okay, so that's what we have for what sold. We're glad that you stayed and listened with us, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. We hope that you comment, like, and subscribe. We continue to grow. We want to know what you guys want to know. We did a little news last time. I think we can probably do a little better, be a little more organized with that. So thanks for tuning in.
We'll be back next week with another What Sold video, and probably something about halfway through the week we may put up another video as well. Probably a ThreadUp box.
Yes, unboxing. Yes, purse unboxing.
So stay tuned for that.
Have a great day.